My next guest is a bit of a superstar, famous for being on ITV's Love Island, but she's also a paramedic and an AgeUK ambassador. As an AgeUK ambassador, she's now one of the many stars to support the cause, and I was lucky enough to attend an age concern reception at Windsor Castle. Just look at that! Goodness gracious me! Left to right, Cilla Black, there in the middle, me smiling. Well, you would if you were standing next to Cilla Black. And over on the left-hand side, Roger Moore, James Bond. Quite an extraordinary thing. Paige, great to talk to you, and it's wonderful. It really does matter to the charity, I know, that folk like you from the younger generation, not us oldies, also embrace the issue of ageing and how we can better care for, look after and love our older people in this country. So is that simply what attracted you to it?
Oh, absolutely. I had an amazing relationship with my grandparents. They're like my absolute best friends. And the love and the laughter and the advice that they've always surrounded me with. And especially as a paramedic, I meet these elderly people and they're the exact same. They have all these amazing things to offer, and often they have no family or friends to share any of that with, or they've not got the ability to go out to coffee shops, for example, and interact. I just want to bring so much awareness to that and what they can really bring to people's lives, and just really bridge the gap between youngsters and elderly, because I feel like there's a huge divide.
Because we've been talking all today about new drug treatments and how they're tested and how the NHS try and administer them. But I think Dan Poulter, the Tory MP, just made it crystal clear in that conversation that actually for elderly people who may face dementia or Alzheimer or whatever it may be, it is the domestic situation, it is just the quality of their life that matters so much. And you and your colleagues there have got big plans for Christmas, haven't you?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, we do indeed. So when it comes to the domestic side of it and all that with AgeUK, they provide such amazing, they got an activity centre where you can go and do anything from learn to use the internet, which is a huge part of today's society and can make people feel like they are more social and have a lot more people around them. Amazing service, even down to chair yoga, getting the mobility going again, and getting that mobility going again so that they're still fighting fit, you know. We're even doing next week a nice Christmas dinner, a nice Christmas party with them all. So I'm going to be there cooking up some roasties and having a good old party with them. It's the little things like that that maybe they don't have at home that they can really get from this charity. It's really, really amazing what they're doing.
I couldn't agree with you more. And for some folk, that will be much more important than any form of medicine that may or may not be available. I don't want to drag you into difficult political territory. I genuinely don't, because that's not the purpose of our conversation. But you mentioned it yourself at the beginning of our conversation. It's got to be pretty tricky out there as a paramedic at the moment, not only with all of those pressures you've just described on folk, but it's just tough times in the NHS, isn't it?
Yeah, it is really tough times throughout the NHS and for all sectors of the NHS, whether it's from the social services down to, the all pass units or, paramedics, A&E. It's just so stretched. Everybody is so overworked, but we're all fighting the same battle. We're all wanting to do our best and we're all wanting to help where we can all of the time. And it's just really, it's heart-wrenching to see how much we're all saying what we need and how it can be better. But it's almost like some people higher up just aren't understanding or maybe aren't listening to what seems like a simple answer. It isn't coming forward with,
All right, final question, and it's a cheeky one. Was being on Love Island one of the better decisions you've made in your life, or one that you sometimes reflect on and just wonder, was that right or not? What do you think now, having been through it?
Having been through it now, and truthfully speaking, I had a great time. I think it was a great decision. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Well, that's brilliant. And thanks for sharing all of that. And thanks for sharing part of your Sunday afternoon with us. Paige Thorne, as I said, a bit of a superstar. Have a wonderful weekend, what's left of it. And the very best of luck and a hugest of thank yous for what you're doing with AgeUK as an ambassador, and particularly that Christmas campaign. The details, I think, are all available on the website at Age Concern as well. Paige Thorne, thank you very much indeed for joining us.